you know what? I've always been loyal to you guys.
Awesome.
Not like those treat you like I've been the good guy.
Sure, man. Have a good one.
I had only some business contact with him because Miramax owned Nanny McPhee for a while and were very, very difficult and obstructive about, because his bullying behaviour patterns also existed in his business world. And so my really main contact with him was shouting at him down the phone that I never wanted to work with him ever, ever, ever. And so when I came into rooms where he was, which often happened, you know, he would look, well, actually frightened. Because I think that's the sort of thing that happens. If you call a bully on their behaviour, they tend to avoid you.
So you called him out for being a bully to women?
Yeah, not to women. This was in his business practice. I didn't know about these things, but they don't surprise me at all, and they're endemic to the system anyway. And what I find sort of extraordinary is that, you know, this man is at the top of a very particular iceberg, you know. And I don't think you can describe him as a sex addict. He's a predator. That's different. He's, as it were, the top of the ladder of is a system of harassment and belittling and bullying.
For a week now, Harvey Weinstein's been a shock, a scandal over there. But tonight, he's a police matter over here. Merseyside police say they received a report yesterday of an alleged sexual assault in the London area in the 1980s and have passed a file to the Metropolitan Police.
And don't follow.
What is that culture? What are those power structures that means that we didn't feel empowered to speak, or if we did speak, typically, you wouldn't be listened to? I mean, you know, we've seen Rose McGowan's Twitter account has been silenced. That, to me, is shocking. And women's voices are silenced repeatedly. And typically, women are silenced and said, you're a hysteric, or you're a liar.
That's a conspiracy of silence. And I think there are probably about 1 million missed opportunities to call this man out on his disgusting behaviour.
His spokeswoman.
I'm being good.
Harvey Weinstein outside his daughter's house in LA yesterday afternoon. Earlier, she'd called the police after an altercation, saying she thought her father was mentally unstable, possibly suicidal. As Mr. Weinstein left the area, it was the now familiar mantra: I need help. I need a second chance.
We're glad to see you doing okay.
Thank you. Guys, I'm not doing okay.
You're not?
I'm trying. I gotta get help, guys. You know what? We all make mistakes. Second chance, I hope. Okay?
No problem.
Thanks, guys. And you know what? I've always been loyal to you guys.
Awesome.
Not like those treat you like I've been the good guy.
Sure, man. Have a good one.
Showbiz sites in LA report he's flown by private jet to an Arizona clinic seeking treatment for sex addiction.
Ordinary women. I was like 16 and it was a variety show, and the producer, we made a joke that he was a little bit sleazy, and he said, oh, do you want to come back to my hotel and read through some scripts? And I'm not a stupid girl. I was like, oh yeah, great.
You felt that might be a chance?
Yeah, exactly. And he took me into his hotel room, we started reading the script, and halfway through, he, to cut a long story short, touched my leg and kissed me on the cheek, and he was like, oh, have I made you feel uncomfortable? I was like, yeah, absolutely, I think I need to leave now.
We need to work, and if these people are at the top, at the end of the day, there's nothing we can actually do, because as young girls, no matter what, in I guess musical theatre or dance, you're going to be sexualised.
There's a sense of desperation when you're a performer, and you can't jeopardise anything. So if the slightest thing happened, like you say, it was the slightest thing that happened to you, you would never report it for fear of never working again.
I've had education. I'm white, you know, which makes it easier for me to speak up, for instance, than any woman of colour.
People, as you can hear on that tape.
That's the tape where one of the women has gone in with a
Right,
microphone.
and remember, that woman is mic'd up, is so she knows that she has the protection of the police behind her. If you take a 21-year-old or a 20-year-old and put them in that situation with someone who is enormous physical bulk, who is physically and verbally threatening and lying and cajoling and physically forcing, you can
And hugely
imagine.
powerful.
You're not.
I'm trying. I gotta get help, guys. You know what? We all make mistakes. Second chance, I hope. Okay?
No problem.
Thanks.